I feel like everyone's seen a blockbuster at least once. It's a movie with actors you're gonna recognize. It's got a crazy budget, and it's meant for everybody. It's meant for you, your friends, your family, your mom, your daughter, your grandmother, whatever. It's meant for all you guys. But most importantly, it's meant to bring in money. That's the big thing. It's meant to bring in the most amount of money as possible. That is the goal of a blockbuster. A lot of time they follow formulas. A lot of time they repeat ideas. A lot of time it's just sequels. But the goal is to bring in the most amount of money. Now, I'm not a big fan of blockbusters. I don't love how they kind of just repeat over and over and over again. They repeat ideas. They have formulas. It's just ways to bring in money. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm saying I don't like blockbusters. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go see them. It's just I don't like the idea of them. And a lot of time I walk out disappointed. I hate to say it, I walk out disappointed most of the time. But like we look at Marvel, how they always follow the exact same origin story. You know, and they always have like the funny side character. And it's the same movie every time. And then at the end, they realize what they've been doing wrong, or, you know, that they need to be better. So they become better in that moment, and they save the universe because the fate of the universe was on the line. Or we look at, you know, my favorite example of this is the Fast and Furious franchise. They have the best formula I've ever seen, where it's like some government agency comes up to Dominic Toretto and is like, hey, we need you and your family who drive cars to come and save the world from this evil lady. And afterwards, you'll get to have a barbecue with your family. How does that sound? And then they do it, they save the world, and they have a barbecue, and they talk about family. It's the same movie every time. But people will always go see it, and that's the thing. We fall for it every time, to the point where, like, Netflix, they study it. They follow the algorithms of what we as viewers watch and what we supposedly like, and they implement it into their scripts. A lot of the time they fall short because there's no creativity. The one thing with all these formulas and all these blockbusters is that they lack creativity, right? We look at a movie like The Gray Man, came out a couple of years ago. It's got Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. You know people are going to see it. No one cared. No one cared. And it wasn't bad, but it felt like every other spy action movie, every other one. Every other one. You had the stars, you had the cast, you had like this story that seems intriguing that a lot of people can go see and understand. Everyone can understand what's going on. And it didn't hit. And a big part of that is because there's no creativity involved in there. It's just, hey, here's what you guys like. Put it out there. And then because movies like that fail, they think, oh, okay, well, the solution has to be franchise.
You underestimate my power!
One of the biggest things about blockbusters is it being a sequel, a prequel, a spin-off, reboots, whatever. If it is one of those, people will eat it up. People will eat it up because they already know what's going on. It's like a comfort food, you know? You go to a restaurant, you see a menu filled with things you love. But then you see like mac and cheese, and you're like, I'm gonna get the mac and cheese. You know what I mean? It's like, you go to the movies, and there are all these amazing movies, but like, I've seen Star Wars before, so that should be good. Or I've seen Avengers. That should be good, you know? And a lot of the time, that's what it is. It's down to like a comfort. It's down to familiarity. And they take advantage of that. Blockbusters take advantage of the fact that we know They know we're going to see it because they're going to bring in the most money off of that. Like, think about how often Disney remakes their movies. Look at all the new, like, live-action remakes. They remade, like, Jungle Book. I love that one. They remade Lion King. They remade Aladdin. You know what I mean? Because they know people are going to go see it because it's things we recognize. It's things we like. So rather than make something new and creative, they go back to falling on old things that worked, you know? Like, we look at, I don't know who owns them, but whoever owns Jurassic Park, like the franchise, they have beaten that thing to death. They need to let it die. I've been saying that for a long time. But a couple years ago, they were like, the final one is coming out. We're getting everyone together. It's the big team-up movie, whatever. What happens a year or two later? All of a sudden, there's a new Jurassic World out. New Jurassic World, Jurassic Park with Scarlett Johansson. Oh, there's another really good actor in there, and I forget his name. It's gonna kill me. But you see what I'm saying? Reboots, prequels, spin-off, even a show like The Boys. I just want to talk about The Boys. The Boys is a show where their big pride was making fun of, like, Marvel and every other story that is constantly, like, doing spin-offs and prequels and all that. What are they doing now? Spin-offs, prequels, trying to do everything to make money. We look at Gen V, we look at the animated show. I'm pretty sure they already have a show planned for once the final season of The Boys comes out. Like, they have all these things already. They have a prequel coming out with the old version of the team. I forget what it's called. I forget what the team is called, but they have a prequel coming out to that. It's just greed takes over. At the end of the day, greed takes over. But the thing about that, though, people can only watch the same thing so many times. So even though corporations and billionaires are like, oh, this is really gonna work, it's the same movie again, oh, they're gonna love it, they're wrong. Over the past couple of years, we really started to see it, like, die out. Art of the blockbusters kind of started to die. In movies that take creative risks, there's a reason people love A24 so much, and it's because they're willing to do stuff. Like, there's no more mid-tier blockbuster where they're like, hey, not even blockbuster, but mid-tier film, where they're like, hey, here's a decent sized budget movie. It might have someone you know, it might not. Here you go. I hope you like it. It didn't really have a big budget. I hope you like it. And it comes out and people love it because they tried something new. They go experimental. We look at a movie like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Made so much money. So I love that movie. Made so much money. Had a small budget. It was a crazy idea. Fate of the World relied on a everything bagel, but they did it and it worked. You know what I mean? It's not just, and they're not planning on making a second one and a third one. It's done. It's done. That's why people are so obsessed with A24, because it's a creative studio. It's like new ideas are coming out constantly instead of the old ideas we've seen a million times. People are tired of the superhero movies. They're tired of these action movies that are the exact same James Bond film I've seen a million times. People are tired of the Disney remakes. They're tired of it. They want to see something new. We look at, like, the reviews. We look at the amount of money they make in the box office has dropped drastically compared to what it was before. It's hit a fatigue. It has hit a wall. People don't want to go see it anymore. And when you try not to be risky, right, you're not going to get anything out of it. And we've seen that because Hollywood blockbusters have not been doing well. And then we look at all these other movies where they're, like, taking risks and it's doing really well. And I hate to just bring up A24 again and again and again, but they know what they're doing. People want to see something new. And these blockbusters aren't doing that anymore. They're not. And yes, some blockbusters are well made and are really artistic, but that's few and far between. You know what I mean? I do want to say Dune did its thing. It's a blockbuster, but oh my god, is it amazing. Blockbusters are really just designed to bring in money at this point, and I think a really big thing that proves that is the Netflix thing I brought up. The fact that they're doing, like, studying what we like just to make movies that aren't doing well, and that people are tired of it. Like, they want creativity again. Film needs creativity again, because without it, we're just watching people on a screen. There's no substance to it. There's no purpose to it. And personally, I want purpose to it. I want purpose.